We made it to Friday. Welcome to Truckers and Others with your host, Kevin Ray. That's me. We're rolling. It's kind of become a Groundhog Day type of situation here because this is the third episode in a row that I've been in the same exact spot when I started my recordings. Oh, fucking hitting bumps and shit. All right, here we go. Um, yeah, so I'm in a different truck today. Do you know why? Because I am a roasted chicken from yesterday. The sun is beating in on my driver's side door headed south on the east side. And then it's beating in on my driver's side on the west side on my way home every day this week. And AC in that other truck, it did work. Oh, it worked for a little bit. And then it just decided, it was like, we're not going to work today. We're not going to work the rest of the day. Put in 3/4. I think there's a coin slot on that truck somewhere for the AC. And I just haven't found the coin slot. But I think you have to pay to get the AC. The mechanic came out. He worked on it. He replaced some shit. He did a bunch of stuff to it. It was working. It was blowing. It was doing a good job. And then I get it, and then it doesn't do a good job. It did a good job. I got over there. I got my box. I turned her, and I started heading to Tulsa. And then about halfway down, it just was like, and I'm like, okay. And I tried a different setting. Instead of just face, I tried feet and floor, or the face and floor, and it worked for a little while. And it decided to quit too. So then I tried defrost. Defrost, it was making a lot of fucking noise, but it was not doing shit. So it was better to roll the windows down for the rest of the trip. Basically, yesterday, I did stop. After I stopped, I turned the truck off to get some fuel and some stuff, and turned the truck off. When I got back in the truck, it worked. And then on my way home, right about the time. Well, no, not right about the time. I guess it wasn't that far away. So I stopped at this one truck stop to go in because it's easy. It's right along the way. And I go in. I turn the truck off. I go inside. I fuel up. After that, and then I get in the truck, and the AC's working. And I'm like, okay, did I just have something set wrong? I don't know. I don't think so. I tried every different type of setting that you can do with the HVAC. So I was driving, and then as soon as I hit traffic, as soon as I hit that Kansas City traffic, the AC's just, and what this time was a little bit different because the day before, if I floored it, a little bit of AC would blow out. That was the only way, is to have the RPMs maxed out. It would blow a little bit of AC. Not yesterday. It didn't matter what I did. It wasn't gonna blow. So I got to the shop and I said, "Hey, you know what? That other truck is looking pretty fucking good right now." So I grabbed it. I unloaded the empty box and got it all hooked up. So yes, I'm in a different truck. This is a Peterbilt. Don't know what model. It looks pretty good. It's got a touchscreen display in here. It's got the same dash. A lot of these big trucks here, they use the same dash UI or whatever, operating system. It's the same exact dash that's in my Kenworth. It's got the little scrolly dial so I can go through and have different gauges and shit. It's okay. The other Kenworth that I was in didn't have these fancy dancy gauges. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I do. Um, it was all manual gauges, which I prefer because this one, the fuel gauge. Actually, this one I think the fuel gauge is okay. One of the other trucks, the fuel gauge, it gets all wonky when you hit half a tank. And this one, Has the exact amount of fuel I left the other truck with, 3/4. So, oh well. But this one's got the tarp is better on this truck. I would almost say that seats are more comfortable, but the AC works. It doesn't matter what kind of truck I'm in. If the AC works, I'm probably gonna be okay with it because I gotta have the AC on this particular drive. Just going around town and stuff, the other truck ain't bad. It's hot, but I'm gonna be somewhere soon. Uh, with this job, no, I'm gonna be somewhere at noon, and they don't have AC there, and then I'm gonna be back in the. So, does this little 3-day deal, that truck, the AC going out, was that an act of God telling me you're gonna hate your square body? You're gonna hate it because it's gonna be too fucking hot in that thing. I don't think so. Because when I'm in the square body, I'm happy. I'm at work right now. I'm happy, but I'm at work. It's a different type of happy. When I'm in my square body, I'm excited. I'm super happy, excited, driving around in that thing. No AC, well, I'll just go home. I'll just go home and get some AC later. Um, I was thinking about getting one of them styrofoam coolers, cutting a hole out of the top and grabbing one of those little cigarette lighter fans and sticking it in there. So then I could have like a little AC cooling box on me. I thought about it. That's about all as far as I got with it. Oh, you bet your ass I'd charge the company for that too. I should have just did it. I should have just bought one of them styrofoam coolers, a couple of bags of ice, and a fan, and then they'd been like, "Wait, what's this for?" But the AC went out in my truck. Like, okay, well, you can't just. No, I can. The AC went out on my truck. You should pay me extra for me being MacGyver over here, making me a James Tall AC. James Tall is the guy on Kletus McFarland. One of their last episodes, they were driving their $5,000 truck challenge from Houston or wherever over to Florida, and his truck didn't have no AC in it, and he bought him a styrofoam cooler. But they had a long fucking drive. Got to have AC on those long drives. Okay? Same with me. Short drives, it's okay. You think their drag cars got AC? No. And they're in Florida. It's hot. Okay? Now, I guess a little bit of a weird thing is I'm headed over here to grab another dumpster. I have not seen a third dumpster labeled properly. The first two dumpsters were labeled properly. The third one, I'm pretty sure, is the right shit. It's not labeled properly, and it's much more full. The other ones are like a quarter full. This one's like full. It's like coming out the top. So I'm guessing that's the one I'm supposed to take. If it's there, that's what I'm gonna grab. And I don't know, but it should definitely have. They usually have a label on the front of the container that's like it's a sticker. It's there forever. Um, or they have an orange tag tied to it. And this one doesn't have either one of those. But it looks like the same stuff. It looks like the right stuff. Which is trash. Just fucking, mainly plastic, but it's all trash. And that guy went down off the road. I'm going to just chug my coffee real quick because I don't want to chug my cold water right now. Okay. Yeah, yesterday went really well. I really zoned out. I was driving home, not driving home, driving back to the shop, and I I got to a point where, you know, it's like a 65 mile an hour, 2-lane blacktop, and the people just piss you off on that road. And nobody could go the fucking speed limit. And as soon as you get around them, the people behind you are like 7 mile an hour over. Ain't enough, bud. I'm going to be on your ass the whole fucking, and it's just stressful. But I was listening to the Elon Musk Donald Trump interview. I didn't really, I heard the little things about it, I guess, but I didn't even realize it was really going on. I thought those were just like clips put together or something. But it turns out there was like an actual 2 hour long, maybe longer, little interview with Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and it was good. It was really good. I liked it. And it really helped me zone out on my drive. It's pretty good. What was I thinking the other day? Ah, fuck, I don't know. But there was something going on where, I don't know, probably something about politics, and I don't need to get into that with you guys. You guys probably don't care. But, it's a weird world we're living in. So the things that I heard today about politics, I guess I could talk about that, is Kamala Harris. Harry Carmel. She is, she's basically the president now, apparently. It's just how it works. They both came out on stage for the first fucking time since a long fucking time. They were both on stage together, and they were talking about economic plans and stuff. And they're these fucking guys. You know, it's a fake it till you. I don't know what it is. It's not a fake it till you make it. It's a pander around, not doing shit, make things really fucking horrible. Not that my life's horrible, but for a lot of people, things are not good. For me, things are actually going pretty fucking good, and the president has nothing to do with my goodness. Okay? I'm just a guy outside, you know what I mean? So, but just listening to these fuckers talk on there, they're actually doing some real work now. Why the fuck? Like, I wish I had a Democratic friend sitting next to me that was, you know, like sucking their cock and licking the pussy of those fucker two people. And I could kind of, I'm like, hey, listen, I don't know if you know this, but they made things really not fucking cool and really dumb and really, I don't know. I've heard a lot of different opinions, and it's really strange when you hear the opinion of, they've had a wonderful first 3 years. Okay, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I don't think so. In my personal opinion, I've been here the whole time. You know, have you been here the whole time? The last 3 years have been fucking not good. Okay? Not good at all. They're trying to they kick everybody out of their job. That's what it, you know, not me. But non-essential workers got kicked out of their fucking jobs. They paid people way more money than what they would make working in whenever they kicked people out for the COVID thing. So, like, they were paying them more money to sit at home than to work. And then that created a really weird situation, and possibly a good situation, where people realized, I don't want this fucking job. Which is fine. I want everybody to move up. Move up. Start getting a better job. Think about your life. Where do you want to be? You want to be at McDonald's? Or do you want to be, you know, doing something that's labeled essential or whatever? But when you take the credit for you're the biggest jobs president, because you fired, you basically fired a lot of Americans or made them quit their jobs because of this fucking COVID bullshit. And then they all ran out of the fight. Then you were paying them to not work, and then you stopped paying them to not work, and then they had to go get jobs. Yes, you're going to have a gigantic influx of jobs when you make everybody quit and then make everybody get a new job. You're going to be a big jobs president. You're going too slow. You're going to have to get behind me, bitch. Um, So take it for. I mean, that's old news. That's really old news. That was a long time ago when that shit happened. But now, like they've been doing a bunch of stupid shit, taking care of a lot of other countries, starting these wars. You know, telling people don't have peace talks, and then here at the end, here at the end of 2024, they come out with some actual presidential shit. And it's good stuff. I hope it happens. But it's like, why the fuck did you wait? And also, this fucking camel toe Harris fucking bitch. She's like, when I become president, you're in the fucking White House right now. When I win, I'm gonna do that. You're there right now. You already won. Like you're there. You think old JB is running the show? No. Everybody wants you to run the show now. Bumbling, laughing at the wrong moment, Camel Toe Harris. Mrs. Fucking, if you believe in what you can believe on tomorrow, the future will be greater. It's like, the fuck did you just say? The fuck was that? Coming out! Fuck you! Fuck you! I'm coming out! When I become president, things will be greater because the magic 8 ball told me so. You're there, bitch. You're fucking there. Okay? And just today, August 16th, the fucking the vote is in November. So, a couple of months till the end of your term, you start doing some shit. You start doing some shit to make yourself look really good. It really fucking sucks. I wish they weren't that way. I wish I could be a Democrat and enjoy the way things are going. But I don't see that way. I'm out here in the real world. You know, um, make things horrible so at the very end we can do the good things and make things a lot better to get the votes to win again. So you can not do shit for 3 years, and then if she wins, it'll be her first term. So then she'll be able to get a second term. And I don't. The last 3 years, how many times have you heard from Camel Toe Harris? Damn, stupid fucking bitch. Sorry, I'm sorry I called you that, but Jesus Christ. You pull all the way to the fucking street in the middle of the fucking road, and then I gotta turn left there. It's really hard for me to fit when you're fucking there. I had to run over a curb and shit. Fucking dumbass. I don't know if it was a woman driver. It just had long hair and titties. It could have been a man, for all I know. But I call her stupid ass bitch. Alright, here we go. Where should this dumpster go? Right there. All right, and I did not strap it down, so I should be able to just drop this box without getting out and pausing you guys. It's just insane. Yeah, I don't know. I'm screaming over here about things, but I really don't. It's like I don't know. It's a video game. This life is a simulation. This life isn't real. Please tell me it's not real. This is a dream. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be 13 again. Wouldn't that be fucked? If you just woke up and you were 13 again, you're like, holy shit! But then like 5 minutes later, you don't remember the dream. Like I had a dream that. Well, what year was that? Oh yeah, the towers had already been hit back then. I was 10 when 9/11 went down. Mm-mm-mm. All right, you wake up and you're 10 years old again, and you're like, somebody's gonna fly airplanes into that fucking tower. They're like, huh? Even if I went back in time, there's nothing I was 10. There's nothing I could do. Nothing I could fucking do. All right, what do I need? I need to pause this, and I'll be back. Okay, got it. Got loaded. The tarp on this truck, so like it's got a big tarp arm, and it's fixed to the front of the truck. It's got like a canopy thing. I don't know what it is, but it's an arm that goes up and down, which I need to put down. Fuck. And it's supposed to have like a preload of 7 rolls. So it won't so you'll never like overextend like if you overextend the arm, you could rip out the bolts. And somebody's done that. There's supposed to be several bolts on the end of it. There's only 3 on one side. So let's hope my tarp doesn't rip the fuck off. I tried to preload a couple of the rolls. That's old. I need the new papers. Here they are, I think. Perfect. And I don't have a pen. There's a pen. A nice, gross pen. Alright, different truck. Alright, and then my name. And then my signature, which is just a fucking scribble. 8/16/24. Cool. That's done, taken care of. And now, shove that paper right there. And we hit the fucking road. And let's hope this fucking thing doesn't rip off while I'm driving down the highway. Usually I bring it all the way down, but I left it up kind of towards the top because it's not bolted very well, and I want it rolled up a few times to keep it good, you know? So, anyways, like I was saying earlier, you can't go back in time, and if you could, there's nothing I would be able to do. We're just in la la land. something happened. I mean, I don't know. Even after 2001, it was a horrible time in the country, but some things felt fine and normal for the most part as a 10-year-old kid. I mean, I'm talking as a 10-year-old. I'm not talking as an adult. 10-year-old, I didn't know. I don't think I don't think I had been to a funeral. Well, no, I went to a funeral when I was 8, but it was a great great grandma that I didn't really. I went over there a lot apparently, but I don't really remember going over there too much. Um, but yeah, I went to a great great grandma's funeral. Well, yeah, I went to the funeral for sure, but I remember it was my grandpa and my grandma. My grandpa, he he's a veteran. I'm not sure where he or when he fought. I should know these things. These are some things that normal people would know, but I know that he worked for TWA, which was an airline out here in Kansas City, and he worked with them until they went down under. And he married a very nice South Korean woman named Chung, and she has always been my grandma. I haven't known her by anything other than grandma. Well, we all call her Grandma Chung, but I don't know. When I was like 15, my mom, she's like, "You make her sad every time you call her Grandma Chung. Just call her Grandma." I'm like, "Oh well, I mean, I call Grandma Owens, Grandma Owens. I call Grandma McCormick, Grandma McCormick. I just call her Grandma Chung." So well, that's her first name. That's not her last name. I'm like, "Oh, okay." So, anyways, it was at her house where we went over there one day, and then my great grandma, which was my grandpa's mom, was she had expired in the room nearby, and they said, "Do you want to go give her a kiss?" And everybody's crying and everything, and I'm like, not really. They're like, "Go ahead there, give her a kiss on the forehead." I was like, "I really don't want to." Speed it up if you're gonna fucking make me wait till the end of my on ramp, you fucking fuckhead. And I'm taking that middle lane too. Fuck you guys. And I don't really remember anything about the funeral. Um, so, anyways, I didn't know much about death at 10 years old. Wasn't a whole lot going on. And I guess before that, I did have my Aunt Kay, my dad's sister. She was apparently, I don't remember her very well at all, but she was an amazing woman, and she got some sort of sickness. And she gave me and my brother a pocket watch and a pocket knife. They were gold plated pocket watch and pocket knife. And I still have that to this day in the original case. I've never put batteries in the stopwatch, and I've never, or it's like a lock watch or pocket watch. Never put batteries in it, never cut anything with the knife. I would just look at it whenever I was young because I thought, oh, it's gold. That's got to be something precious. And I would just look at it and be like, oh. I would go to my mom's room and I'd be like, "Can I see the pocket watch?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh my God. It's gold." And I would just look at it and I'm like, "That's gold. That's mine. That's gold." She's like, "Yeah, it is. It's nothing special though. But it holds a place in my heart. But I don't. I wish I remembered her more for something other than her in a hospital bed. But I don't, unfortunately. My sister probably does. I wish I remembered more about our dog growing up, the cricket dog, but I don't. Um, I was a boy. I was a run around boy. I didn't give a fuck about anything. I was running around. I The first thing I really cared about was bicycles. I taught myself how to ride a bike, well, balance on a bike, because my dad was working quite often. So, and my mom ran a daycare, so we always had bikes and stuff out back, and I would sit on the bike and roll down the hill, sit on the bike and roll down the hill, just all day long. Sit on the bike and roll down the hill until I made it to the bottom, and then I'd put my feet up on the pedals, and then I never had training wheels. So I think that's kind of interesting. I was hoping my son would be kind of the same way, but he's past that point. Well, no, he's not past that point. He still needs to learn how to ride a bike, but he just doesn't have the. I would be the same way probably if I was him, because he's just got video games everywhere. He's got every toy, every video game, which I mean, I felt like I had every toy and every video game, as they came out. I had a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Game Boy Color. Um, any video game that I wanted to play, we either got it or we went to the Blockbuster and rented it, which was pretty fucking sweet. And you could go to the Blockbuster, you could rent a console. So we would rent an Xbox every now and again. I always thought that was super. I was like, you could rent that? My dad's like, we're not renting it. I'm like, please? No. And thinking back now, I'm like, yeah, I'd be the same way. I'm not going to rent the Xbox, take it home, spend 12 hours trying to get the fucking thing set up just so you can play the games. Well, you got to return it, in a day. I'm not going to do all that. Buddy at work here, he took out a small loan and bought every movie out of a Blockbuster once. Not every movie, but one of every movie, I guess. So he has a gigantic collection of movies, and he has a bunch of doubles and triples and quadruples and quintuplets or whatever the fuck. He's got a shitload of fucking movies, and it was just the other day. It was on that job we were doing, the confined space job, and he showed up. He had a bunch of totes in the bed of his truck, and he's like, "Pick out some movies you want. I'm taking all these to GameStop, and I'm gonna sell them." I said, "Oh shit, okay." So I picked out a couple of movies. One movie, I didn't really know it, and he's like, "You gotta watch it." He said that on every movie, by the way. He's like, "You gotta see that movie." I'm like, I ain't got. You gonna give me a whole tote, or you want me to just pick a couple movies? Like, I'd rather just pick movies I know I like. Otherwise, they're probably never gonna get watched, man. It's like, "You gotta watch that. Watch that this weekend. Watch it this week." I'm like, okay, fuck, Jesus Christ. I don't have a regular DVD player. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if my PlayStation will play DVD. I think it only does Blu-ray. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know shit about the new consoles. But anyways, I got a couple of videos for him. But I was like, dude, if you did that, if you bought all those, you could. And Blockbuster's gone now. Like, nobody can sue you for taking that name. I mean, I'm sure somebody trademarked it by now, but you could start up your own Blockbuster, as a small little local deal. You could get the same size, like everything be the same exact as the real Blockbuster, and people be like, "I thought you went out of business." Like, they did, I didn't. And then he could, because people like that nostalgia shit. But instead of renting the movies and games for a couple of, like, no, you got to buy the movie. You buy the movie and you return it and you get your money back. But if you don't, no sweat off my back. And then just keep buying movies and stuff. I don't know. Probably a dumb idea. Probably a horrible business idea to start up a failed business. But it's just cool. He has a lot of them have like the Blockbuster tag in them and everything. But I don't really watch movies nowadays. I wish I did, and I still could. I just don't have the attention span. I'm gonna fall asleep, is what it is. That's how it is nowadays. I can't watch a movie without falling asleep. It seems like. Well, so if you decide to watch two movies, the first movie I'm gonna fall asleep, take a nap. I'm gonna be wide awake for the second movie. So that that's how it's been lately. Like I'll watch one movie, I'll get on Netflix, I'll be like, oh, that's a good movie, that's a good movie. All right, I'm gonna watch this one. Fall asleep, wake up in the middle of the night, watch the second one, and I'm like, all right, that works, I guess. I'm not gonna rewatch the first one. Me and my wife the other day, we were trying to watch some movie, and it was such a long movie. Like it's so boring. It was an action film, but it was so boring. I forget what it was, but we just fast forward. We took 45 minutes out of the middle of the movie. We watched like the first 20 minutes, fast forward 45 minutes, and watch the last 20 minutes. And I was like, that's a good movie. We were watching the screen as everything was going on. I was like, all right, that guy's dead. Okay, that guy's, they just kissed. Okay, cool. All right. Now, that's all we need to know. Like, we don't need to know every little fucking minute of this movie. Sorry, director, but your movie sucked. It was a good movie for a 40-minute film. Hour and a half? No. Didn't work out. But, yeah, last night I fell asleep listening to Shane Gillis. If you guys like anything about comedy, just search Shane Gillis Explains on YouTube, and you'll find like a compilation, not a compilation, but like a 13 video series of Shane, because he's a history guy. And the way he explains history is so much better than anybody I've ever heard. It's got a little cussing, a little fucking funny to it, and you retain it more. And he's got history on all kinds of stuff, like the French, the Germans, the Comanche, Christopher Columbus, all kinds of shit. Like he's got a bunch of history on everything, and he ain't getting paid by no. Well, I mean, he's getting paid, but he ain't get. He can say what he wants to say. He doesn't have. He doesn't give a shit. So I love those videos. It's awesome. Even though they're not put out by him, they're him, but they're not put out by him. So somebody else is making the fucking ad revenue on his fucking videos, which I think is wrong. I'm just over here promoting him. Go watch him. You could listen to his podcast because everything is in his podcast. But trying to find the right one, which it doesn't matter which Shane Gillis podcast you're listening to, they're all good. I can always listen to him. Sorry to the Australians because I know he fucking his special beautiful dogs. He fucking ragged on the Australians a little bit. He's being funny. Don't take it in the dick. It'll be okay. It's just being funny, and he's pro Australian too. Even though he's talking shit, he's pro Australia. He talks more shit on America and every other country than Australia. Okay, listen, Australia, you're doing all right. I don't know. One of his things, the controversy between him and Australia was, he's like, look at Australia, they're down there not doing shit. They're just fucking hanging out, fucking riding kangaroos and shit. Yeah, I don't know. So it pissed off some Australians that he said you're down there doing nothing, but you guys are doing stuff. Everybody knows you're doing stuff. He's not a professor. He's not in government. He's just a guy. Leave him alone. He's being funny. One of probably the best comedian of our time, which is insane. So good. So fucking good. I cannot recommend him enough. Now, when it comes to Theo Vaughn and Tim Dillon, their podcast is so good. Not any one of their podcasts are so fucking good. Like the one he did with Tommy Lee the other day, so fucking good. Like I love the way Theo thinks on his feet. Now, when it's a prepared comedy deal, yeah, it's like I've heard all this stuff. Not that it's not good. If I heard it the first time during a comedy special, it would be good. But most of the stuff is done in his podcast, and his podcast seems way more organic than his stand-up. Now, I love him as a guy. He is so like it's one of my favorite podcasts. And then Tim Dillon the same way. Now, I don't think I've even watched a Tim Dillon stand-up at all. I think the funniest Tim Dillon is him sitting in a chair with his hat on, sunglasses, talking shit into a mic. That's the funniest Tim Dillon right there. I mean, maybe I need to watch his stand-up too to figure it out. But if you notice, whenever you go to I don't know, in my podcast down there, like I recommend 2 podcasts. It's Theo Vaughn and Tim Dillon. Yeah, and I can only do 2 of them. So that's the only reason I got. Those are the 2 podcasts I am promoting. I don't need to promote Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan doesn't need to promote Joe Rogan. Nobody needs to promote Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is doing as good as he could possibly do on his own by himself, which is awesome. And not that I'm not if not that nobody's gonna go from my podcast and be like, oh, who's this Joe Rogan guy? Let me go check him out. Nobody's doing that. Why does this feel like the wrong exit? It's not the wrong exit. This is the right exit. It feels like the wrong exit. The sun is in a different spot today. I don't know. It's 8:22 in the morning. I wish it would be really cool to just stop and grab another cup of coffee. Not that I need it. I'm over here fucking rambling on. But coffee just tastes so fucking good. And I cheat, okay? I am a carnivore when I eat. But I've been cheating with my coffees lately. I've been dunking a sugary creamer in my coffee every fucking day. And I don't really give a fuck, okay? I'm still... The thing about the carnivore diet... Now we're getting into this. I'm not eating bread. I'm not eating potato chips. I'm not eating... some of the stuff I eat is processed. But I cut out so much bullshit out of my diet that it's changed me metabolic. Whatever the fuck metabolic means, I'm that. I've changed. I'm so different. My body feels so much better. Fasting is actually, I do get hungry still. And I will still overeat. But the things that I'm overeating aren't going to bloat my ass up. Because my ass gets bloated, okay? I'll tell you. With most people, 1 week of eating, not strict, but pretty strict carnivore, which is not hard to do. Just only eat the meat out of the food you get. That's it. Just eat the meat or the animal products out of it. You can have all the cheese, sour cream. They don't like the pasteurized milk. They like to say get raw milk. But you know what? You're doing fine. Go ahead and drink a glass of milk if you want. As long as it's derived from animals, eat it. If it did not come from an animal, try to stay away from it. When it comes to fruits and stuff, I still will eat an apple. I got a gigantic, delicious, juicy apple with me today. I ate one last night. I pissed off the wife so much because I'm over there just munching on this fucking apple for I don't know, it felt like 8 minutes. of hardcore eating an apple. If I could just 8 minutes of that. She's like, I'm going to the room. I'm like, all right, see you later. This it's a gigantic apple, but it's only one apple, so it's okay. But I still will eat a little bit of fruit. It's got some of that natural sugar that your body will actually recognize, is what they say. I don't know if it does, but the added sugar to things and things that are just cooked with sugar it's a different it'll do different things to your body. But like an apple or grapes or orange or banana, like the natural sugars in that, your body will break down much better. So I don't overdo it with the fruit. I was a way overdoing it with the fruit before. Now I've really scaled it back, and I'm like, just buy some apples, and I'll eat like one apple a day, and that really cures. And I try to say, I mean, I'm gonna eat the apple now, and I'm probably gonna eat another apple once I get home. But it's your body recognizes it better. You can digest it easier, and um, you won't poop as often. I mean, I'm not pooping near as often as I was. You guys know this, right? If you've listened to the podcast a couple times, I don't poop as much. And some people say, "Oh, well, it's your body absorbing more nutrients." I'm like, "Shut up, you fucking gay! Shut the fuck up!" But they might be right. I don't know. I feel fine. I don't feel like I'm backed up or anything. Some of these shits, I feel like my asshole's gonna rip open, but that's about it. No blood yet. And then I ate big fucking steaks. But I don't know, man. Like fasting, where you just don't eat for a few hours, which I fast basically every day. I do a 12-hour fast every day because I eat. I don't. Well, I don't know. The coffee will probably break my fast, but I don't eat breakfast. I eat a lunch, and it's according to the diet, a very healthy lunch because it's meat products only with some fucking pork rinds, and beef patties, and some cheese, maybe a jerky stick or something, and that it will satisfy you. You're worried that it's not going to satisfy you because you've been eating bread. If I eat, yeah, like a sandwich with bread on it, I'm gonna be, I will be able to eat all day. I can do that all day long, which is weird. It's so weird. Adding that type of a food it tricks your body into thinking you can eat more, and or like you're not as full as you could be. But most people within the first week lose 10 pounds from uh, retain water retention. Um, Now you're like, oh, well, yeah, you're gonna lose water weight, whatever. I still drink a fuckload of water. Like the water, I'm not holding the water in, and you don't feel bloated anymore. Like I don't know, a lot of people out there feel bloated as fuck. I felt bloated as fuck. Especially after eating, you're just like, oh god. Not with steak, and no bread. With that, you'll eat it, and you'll be like, I feel fucking wonderful. You may still get tired, but you won't feel like you go to the Texas Roadhouse and you fucking eat the the bread. They bring you a loaf of bread, and your wife only eats like one slice of it, and then they bring another loaf, and then you just eat all this fucking bread, and then you eat a big fucking steak, which is okay. But then you eat the macaroni, and you eat the breadsticks, or I don't know. You just eat all the other shit, and then you get cake at the end. It's like, what are you doing to me? Um, the and I don't know, man. Walking around I go into a convenience store now, and I just look at all this shit. It's all so colorful and popping, and it it's got like a Twinkie broken half with all this cream in the middle, and it's like a lot of people look at that and they're like, "Oh my god, I want that." Oh god, I look at it and I'm like, "That's fucking that makes you sick, dude. That makes you fucking tired. That makes you fucking bloated. It it's basically a big chemical loaf, and you're shoving it into your body, and then it goes into your stomach, and then it's like fucking reacting down there, and then it's like your body's like, what the fuck is this thing? Let's just fucking just mash it up and then shit it out real quick. I don't know. I might not be doing a good job at selling the carnivore diet, but most people will lose 10 pounds of water weight in the first week. And then after that, if you do decide to fast, which I think I should do that, like decide to fast like 1 or 2 days a week, like maybe I'll have a really nice meal and good things on Sunday, and then I'll try to maybe not this week. I'm not doing it this week. I brought my lunch. Finally, I brought my lunch. But I'll try to do like every Monday. Maybe I'll do a fast. But Mondays might not be a good idea because Mondays are, sometimes they're stressful, and eating when you're stressed kind of helped out. I don't know. But I did fast the other day, like, and then even last night I got home. I did eat quite a bit for lunch, but I didn't eat breakfast. I ate that lunch quickly at 11, and then I got home and I didn't eat. I ate some bratwurst, reheated bratwurst, and a bag of pork rinds and an apple for dinner at like 11 o'clock. Oh shit. Fucking extra, an extra truck just fucking zoomed across 3 lanes to make his fucking turn. Like, you dumb fuck. Where's your GPS? I ain't got my GPS on, but I know where I'm going. Fucking zoom across a heavy traffic highway at 3 lanes. Yeah, fucking dummy. Yeah, but I don't know. I was so scared, and like I was always interested in the carnivore diet, and I was always so scared of doing it. Well, there's a birthday party this weekend. I'd like to eat some cake. It's I don't. I'm not even a guy that's so strict to say, all right, eat the cake. Do it, eat the cake. But your normal day to day, try to not eat cake. Like eating cake once a week, I wouldn't do it. But if you want to, if it works out for you, if you get your body set right, do a hard week of carnivore, the cake won't even really interest you. And if you gotta fail to really realize how it's gonna be though. So do a hard week of carnivore, and then that weekend or whatever, my wife made brownies, so I ate some. Eat a brownie. Eat a whole tray of brownies. You're gonna feel like fucking shit though. It's gonna taste delicious with the milk and maybe the ice cream. It's gonna be so fucking good. You're gonna be like, wow, that was so fucking good. And then you're gonna wake up the next day and you're gonna feel like shit. And then you're gonna fall off the wagon. And then you're gonna just keep eating like shit. And then you're like 2 weeks from then, you're like, man, when I was eating that carnivore, I felt great. And now I'm off the fucking wagon. I'm off the wagon. I feel like shit. I'm just eating this fucking shit. And I bloated up. I gained 10 pounds. My fucking shoes don't fit. What the fuck's going on with my feet? Shit like that might happen. And then you're going to be like, I'm going to go back to the carnivore diet. And this time I'm not going to cheat. That's where I'm at right now. The plate of brownies thing wasn't real for me. It was the Florida trip. The food out there was so fucking good. I loved it so much I gained all my weight back quickly. And now I vowed to myself, if I do cheat, it's going to be like once a month type of situation. I'm not going to cheat every day because I feel fucking wonderful. I don't want to cheat. But if like my mom is like, I made this cobbler just for you. I know you love the cobbler. And if I show up and I just throw it on the floor, I'm like, fuck your cobbler. I ain't eating cobbler. You want me to be fat. You want me to be your fat little boy. I'm not going to be your fat little boy anymore, Bob. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to eat a little bit of cobbler and be like, it's so good. It's like, you usually eat half a pan. I'm like, I don't anymore, Mom. I ate one small serving. It was delicious, and I'm going to feel like shit tomorrow, but I can bounce back. I can bounce back from one fucking little cobbler meal, okay? So you can do it too. You can bounce back from a little cobbler meal. Like, you can still cheat if you want. I personally don't want to cheat. I want to only eat meat products. And steak is so fucking good. Who doesn't like a steak? A medium rare steak, perfectly seasoned. Maybe a sous vide steak. You know what? You cook it in a bag. Probably not good. You're gonna get leeches, but cook it in a bag, boil it, and then sear it, and then it's like perfectly rare, delicious, amazing steak. Or you baste it like the Gordon Ramsay perfect steak. You flip it every minute in the pan. You got all the butter in it, like real butter. Like you can. That's the thing. You can eat all the bacon you want, dude. You can eat a bacon. The fat pieces of bacon, where you're like, this isn't healthy. It actually, arguably, it is way more healthy than anything else. Like Cheerios, no, they are lying to you. They are 100% lying to you. They go to a farm and they farm this field of wheat, and then they grab this wheat and they why do they say, hey, don't feed the ducks any bread? Oh shit! Why don't feed the duck? Because it's gonna expand in their belly and it's gonna make them feel like shit, and they're gonna overeat the bread and they're gonna explode, and we're gonna have dead ducks everywhere. Do you want dead ducks everywhere when you go to the park? No. Quit feeding them bread. Feed them corn. Well, I mean, don't eat corn either. The corn ain't no good either. But I don't know. I don't even know where if that's gonna make my point or not. But quit eating the fucking bread, dude. Quit eating the bread. It's low carb keto bread. Shut the fuck up. It's glue. That's glue. Mash it up into a ball. Get a little bit wet. Mash it up into a ball. That's your stomach. That's in your fucking stomach. You see the dough? Like pizza dough? People are throwing that shit in the air. It's all fucking. It's got yeast in it. Okay, that shit fucking grows, and then you bake it, and then you cook it, then you eat it, and it turns back into fucking dough in your belly, and it comes out of your ass. It looks like a giant tapeworm. You gotta fucking cut it off, and your hemorrhoids are fucking flared up, and you're like, oh god. Now the one weird thing about doing the carnivore diet is I can't do the spicy foods too much anymore. I can still do the spicy foods, but eating an entire bag of hot and spicy pork rinds is not a good idea. I'm not talking about the little bag. I'm talking about the big bag. I eat the servings. There's 6 servings in that fucking bag, Kevin. Don't do that. Hey, shut the fuck up. I could eat 18 bags. I almost choked on one yesterday. I had a pork rind. I ate it, and one of the flakes fell in my throat the wrong way, in my breathing tube, and I was like, huh, huh, huh. And I was looking around the parking lot because I was sitting in my truck eating in the parking lot. And I was like, there's people over there. If this doesn't go down soon enough, I'm going to have to go over there and be like, huh, to those people. I'll look weird as fuck, but I don't want to die eating a pork rind at a Pete's truck stop. That's not where I want to be. So with the pork rinds, don't shove 3 of them in your mouth at the same time. Okay, that's what I did. I was shoving them in. They were so fucking good. The original ones, I was against the original ones I was like, I want the ones with seasoning on them. The chili lime ones are so fucking good. I love them so much. But the original pork rinds are actually pretty fucking good. They're like buttery. Oh. I guess you got to compare them to kind of like popcorn. It's like eating popcorn. It's so fucking good. Like buttery movie theater popcorn. Oh god. And then the butter. I don't know about other countries, but I know in America we got this country crock butter. It's a big old tub of butter. Everybody calls it butter. Does it say butter on the fucking package? Does it? Tell me that right now. Go in your fridge. Open your fridge. Open that thing up. Where's the butter? Oh, that's country crock. It's a big old tub of butter. Open it up. Look at it. Look at that butter. Tell me it's butter. Tell me on the package. Where does it say butter? It says churned in Kansas. Churned? How do you churn vegetable oil? Shut the fuck up. That shit's made. Vegetable oil is so fucking horrible. Don't use vegetable oil. Avocado, coconut. Use that type of oil. Don't use fucking vegetable oil spread on your bread. I mean, that's like the worst thing you could fucking eat right there. Not the worst. You could dump a little bit of B12 Sinoblabum on your bread too. That'd be the worst thing you'd ever fucking eat. But don't eat the fucking vegetable oil spread on bread. Oh God, fucking horrible. Wonder is out here. They may send out a fucking assassin. Wonder Bread is gonna be like, you motherfucker, you're telling people not to eat bread. That's all we sell, bitch. Fuck you. Eat the bread. Wonder Bread is the one that I fucking, yeah. Oh, dude, growing up, if I had a Wonder Bread sandwich, I thought I was fucking Bill Gates. I thought I was the richest man on the planet eating my fucking mayo sandwich. And it's not even mayo, it's Miracle Whip. My Miracle Whip Wonder Bread sandwich. Because we had a big family. We were pretty well off. We always had good food. But we ate a lot of fucking food. So sometimes you'd be at a lunch meet and you'd still have bread. And then you're hungry, what are you going to eat? You're going to be like, I'm going to just pretend there's meat and cheese on this sandwich. And you just have a mayo sandwich. Fuck, dude. I ate so many mayo sandwiches. Mayo and tomato. That's actually a fucking delicious sandwich right there. But they're kind of against the carnivore people. Like, don't eat nightshades. Tomato's a nightshade. The fuck is a nightshade? Who the fuck came up with that name? It's a goddamn tomato. The fuck you talking about nightshade? Who? I didn't agree on that name. Who decided we're gonna call a food product a nightshade? That sounds fucking. That sounds like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the villain or something. I don't know. Nightshade tomato. Um, but I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm not against eating a tomato, a juicy, delicious tomato with salt on it. Oh. And a lot of people are telling me to eat or drink water with salt in it. You got to get some Celtic sea salt. You got to get the Celtic sea salt. Shut the fuck up. Celtic sea salt? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't want no Celtic sea. I don't even know what the fuck that means. But apparently it's like a very high quality salt. I have kosher salt. The Jewish salt is what I use. Kosher means it was made properly, held to a higher standard. So kosher stuff is cool, I guess. Not all kosher stuff, to be a carnivore, you can't be completely kosher. I guess you could. I don't know. But I don't know. It's something that I've been doing for a while, and I'm really excited about it, and I've actually noticed some real changes, some real lifestyle changes. Like this, it's so awesome. I still lounge around and stuff. I don't work out. I consider my working out. Doing this job for the last 3 days, I've been sitting in a fucking truck. But, the last 2 days, I've been sweating in a truck. So, I don't know. I think it's okay. But seriously, guys, cutting out all that extra bullshit will make you feel way better. And all of the doctors that went into the university and were taught how to do stuff. I mean, I'm also a dumbass. I'm just a fucking guy listening to other smart people that are doctors that have opened their thinking to a different way of health. Because most doctors, like the doctor that I would probably go to, just at the hospital over here, get a doctor's appointment, go in, and he's like, you should eat more grains. You need more fiber. All right, well, according to the doctors that I actually respect, they don't think fiber and grains are important for a healthy diet at all. You're eating too much red meat. Hey, all right, listen, dude. How much do I owe you? Couple $1,000. All right, well, fuck, here's your money. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. And I don't know how to doctor shop for a good one. Come on, Buick. What are you doing? Are you going to go the speed limit, or are you going to go under the speed limit? I'll get behind you. What are you looking at? I was going 77 miles an hour, and he sped up, and then I slowed down. Now I'm doing 70. So I guess he is doing the speed limit, but it's like, you really didn't want me to pass you, but you don't want to go fast. Why? Why, mister? Because he knows we're going to be on a 2-lane here in a little bit, and he doesn't want to get behind me. I'm going all the way to Tulsa, buddy. I bet you're going to turn off, and I'm going to have to slam on my fucking brakes, because you're going to wait until 25 feet before your turn. You're going to go from 65 to fucking 0. Yeah, salt. Salt is this is a question. I was trying to look it up because there's a lot of talk. I'm sure there's an answer out there. There's a lot of talk. They're like, oh yeah, salt is so good for you. Whenever you go to if you're thirsty, you drink a bunch of water, and then you pee a bunch. That's because you're not retaining the water or something like that. Your body's not using the water. But if you put salt in it, and if you go to the doctor and you're dehydrated, they give you a saline solution, which has a lot of sodium or salt or whatever in it. So salt is what you need to be hydrated and stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, why do people die drinking salt water out of the ocean? Like, I'm just a dummy asking a dumb question, but I don't know. It's like, apparently you can't drink salt water from the ocean. I understand it's probably got a bunch of, the ocean is not a clean place all the time, but if you could just run salt water through a filter, then is that okay? I don't know. Like, purifier. Yeah, Purina filter. Or is Purina the fucking dog food? I don't know. I have 2 little dogs now. I lost my big dog, so I didn't lose him. I had him put down. So I have 2 little dogs now, and we went ahead and switched their food, and I'm switching up everything about the way we do things, because we used to lock them in the garage. They have a big kennel, nice soft carpeted giant kennel area with treats and dog food, and we would put them down there so they could eat their dog food, and then we'd bring them up, and then they have their water in the kitchen. I'm not hoisting a fucking jug of water up and down them stairs. They can drink upstairs. But we got them new little dog food, and I'm going to start feeding them in the kitchen. And I'm going to keep it full. So, because my little dogs really don't eat a lot of food, and they're healthy. They don't eat a lot of food. They only get an hour or whatever to eat it, and then I do give them table scraps. My table scraps. They don't eat macaroni and all that other fucking bullshit. They eat like meat products that I have, and apples. They love apples. Um, but we switched to dog food. I'm gonna probably go ahead and get one of them gravity feeders and just dump the whole bag in the gravity feeder, and then they can eat the food whenever they're hungry, because they're always in the living room kitchen area. That's where they stay. So I'm going to switch it around and give them and just feed them upstairs now. And we switched dog food to a smaller, it's like dog food made for smaller dogs. So I don't know, last night one of my dogs was really liking it. He was out there, or she was out there just munching on it. So I think that's good, because the dog food that I was getting was mainly for like the big dogs, and the little dogs only liked the white pieces out of it. They didn't like the green, the red, or the brown. They only wanted the white pieces. So buying that giant bag of dog food don't make no sense now. Because my big dog Rusty, he would chow the whole thing down. He didn't give a shit if it had white pieces in it or not. He'd eat it all. So a little bit of changes going around in the household. The house feels so empty now. Even with my two kids, my wife, and the two dogs, and me, I don't know. It really sucks. I've gotten over it. I cried the first day that I came home to him being gone, but I'm doing okay now. It's so weird, dude, because it's super sad. When I come home, I usually have one of my kids. The other one always hides. So I open up that front door, and I got my big dog is down at the bottom of the stairs sniffing at me, excited that I'm home. My little dogs are on the stairs watching me come in, and my son is at the top of the stairs. And it was just like an awesome picture of some of the things that I love. Just excited that I'm home, and now one of them's gone. It sucks, but I don't know. I'm happy with my little dogs. I love them so much. Also, I'm glad I got them. They're gonna be around for a while, I believe. I don't know. I always thought my other dogs were gonna be around for a while too, but the little dogs, I don't know. The way things go, usually the little ones last a long fucking time, like 16 to 18 years. And one of them is halfway there, and the other one is a third of the way there. I got one that's 6 and one that's 9. So maybe 10. I don't know. But they're pretty good. They're pretty good little doggies. Very happy I got them. And I gave my one dog a haircut, my Chihuahua Yorkie. I gave him a haircut the other day. It's a fucking horrible haircut. He's got like a bed skirt around him. He won't let me get his belly very well. Or his arms. So, but I got his back. It felt really good on his back and on his head and his sides and his chest and his ass. Got those pretty well, but he didn't really want the rest. And it was kind of hard to get to. And I said, you know what? That's fine. You don't what's the difference? You're fine. You'll be fine. You don't need all that. You don't need to be completely trimmed. You'll be all right. Bring it down to 69 mile an hour. The Fortnite update is coming tonight. Today. It's already happened. I'm not sure. So that's cool for the Fortnite players out there. Um, I don't. I talk about Fortnite only because it's my son's deal. I don't really play. I don't like to play Fortnite really. I got on there last night. I think it's cool that you can like earn points and get new stuff, but I'm not good at playing the fucking game. So I got on there twice yesterday. My son was yelling at me. He was supposed to be going to bed. Says I'm doing 108 mile an hour. That's wrong. All right, we're doing good. But I got on there because I don't know. I just needed the one part of the game is going away with the update, and I had not completed it, and so last night while he was supposed to be getting ready for bed, he's watching me play, and he's like, "I want to play." I'm like, "No, it's my turn." And it was just kind of funny that I'm playing and telling him he can't. It is weird way things work, but it was I got everything I needed. And yep, I don't know. It's gonna update, and he thinks that he's gonna immediately be able to get all the new stuff, and that's not how it works. But I think we're gonna have to buy him another battle pass. Fortnite's a kind of a weird game. It's a free game, but it's got a lot of in-game purchases and stuff. And if you don't get the battle pass, you don't get all the cool shit. So you got to get the battle pass. So as he plays and he levels up, more things unlock, and then he could pay for the new stuff with battle stars instead of my credit card. So if I pay the $12.99 or whatever, that'll get us what, like 6 months? Not even, like 4 months worth of content, and he plays it every day. But he's going to school soon, so he won't be able to level up as fast. But start school on Monday. Monday, I'm gonna drop him off. He's excited. My wife's gonna drop my daughter off. I'm gonna have my son ride the bus. I'm gonna take him to the bus stop, have him ride the bus, but then I'm gonna drive over to the school because she wants school day pictures and stuff. And she was super sad last night. She's like, all these other fucking schools, they have like a big like area set up where you can take pictures where it says welcome to kindergarten and this and that and all this stuff. And both of our kids' schools don't have it, but every other school has it. I'm like, oh, okay, well I don't know. I don't remember having anything like that, but I don't really remember kindergarten. But sorry. Sorry, baby. Oh, and I'm on call starting tonight at 5 until Sunday, until I guess Monday at 7 a.m. So I'm on call this weekend, so I don't know. I'm sure my wife's got a bunch of plans and stuff set up, but I'm thinking Saturday I'm going to work on the truck. I am really hoping that my buddy can come over and help me because I need to remove the dash, and I can do I can do a lot of the stuff myself. I'd rather not. I'd rather have a buddy there to kind of help me out a little bit. But I'm first things first is strip out most of the wiring and try to get things wired up properly. And then I don't know. I guess decide on if I'm going to get a new fuse box. I still am in the boat of getting a new fuse box, but once I get everything stripped out and everything, unplugged from the original fuse box, well, I don't think it's an original fuse box. I don't think they had flat fuses at 79. But I don't know if that fuse block has the right amount of spots that are labeled okay and isn't all fucked up and fucked with. I'll use it. Probably. Just to save a little bit of money and headache, I guess, from trying to get a new fuse. But, well, I don't think the new fuse block would be headache. I think it would actually be ideal to get a new one. Um, but yeah, I'm going to take the dash pad off, unbolt the dash, which does not involve anything with the steering column, which is nice. The steering column can stay exactly where it is. I can unbolt the dash out of there, get it removed. I'll work on removing the rest of the HVAC plumbing, remove all those vacuum lines and shit, get the vacuum lines plugged up, because I guarantee you it'll run way better once I get all those, because one of those vacuum lines is a constant, and they're all cut right now. So obviously it's not going to run well with a giant vacuum leak. So get all the vacuum lines ripped out of there. There's nothing inside the cab needs a fucking vacuum. The only thing that needs vacuum is going to be the brakes. And part of me thinks that if I dedicate all of the vacuum power that I'm going to have to the brakes, my brakes might work better. Maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, well, I guess vacuum, the distributor, I think, might need some vacuum for, like, vacuum advance. If it's got it, I don't know much about it. But anyways, I just get all that shit ripped out from underneath the dash, put all my own shit in my own wire looms, make it look nice. I'm saying the same shit I said yesterday and the day before, maybe even the day before that. But I am so excited. I'm going to have a whole Saturday. The only thing I really responsible, my kids, I'm going to have to, I might have my wife go get the kids, because my kids are going to get dropped off with the grandparents tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to have to get the kids picked up. And I might just have my wife do that. I might do it. I might go over there, because I do like hanging out with them. But it's like, y'all are taking my time. I only have so much time to do what I want to do. Like, BeamNG Drive? Brother, I hadn't played that since before vacation, like way before vacation, because I didn't play it for a long time. Last time I played it was in a hotel a while back. So, I don't know. That game, I haven't been keeping up with the mods, see what new mods are coming out for it, or anything like that, which kind of sucks, but I just don't have the drive to play that game right now. I still love the game, I'm still going to play the game, but right now I need to focus on real life shit and work on my real fucking truck. Because my car, I don't know, a part of me thinks my car is going to die soon. Last night I tried to be a good boy. I checked the oil, checked the coolant. The coolant is out, or not out, but low. The reservoir, it just leaks out of the reservoir. I don't know. It's a water pump. The water pumps on these fucking 1.8 liter Chevy Cruzes fucking blows. It sucks horribly. It was leaking right after I got it replaced by a certified GM mechanic. The fucking water pump started leaking again. So it's leaking the water pump. It apparently was leaking oil at some point in time. I'm going to need to borrow a power washer trailer from my work. I'm going to take a Landa home. And we have the big thing that's got the spinny things on the bottom. It looks like a big vacuum or floor cleaner or whatever. I'm I'm going to probably snag that stuff and take that shit home one night. And then power wash my driveway, because my driveway has a horrible spot where my car is always parked. Is it worth it to clean it when I'm going to keep parking my car there? I don't know. But if I do get to the point where my truck runs, that little car is going to get parked up front next to the garage and probably not driven in a long time. So I can clean up the driveway and put a pan underneath it where it leaks and just leave it there. And then drive the truck. Because this truck, man, in my mind, I keep going back and forth of painting it, don't paint it, paint it, don't paint it, strip it, paint it. I don't know what I want to do. I really am not a fan of the color of it, but the patina and the shittiness of it just looks so cool. So I really like it looking like shit. I really do. It's hard for me to figure, because if I paint it, it's going to look kind of nice for a while. And I don't know if I want it to look nice ever. I don't want this truck to look nice. I'd like to wash. I want to power wash it just to get the clear coat that's chipping off of it, get all that blown off of it. It's got some moss on it that needs to be really power washed off. And then all that's going to have to wait. That's all going to have to wait for a while. The bed is completely full of junk. I kind of like it full of junk. It just fits. It fits the truck. You know, I got so many different types of things in the bed of that truck. It's all junk. It all needs to go to the fucking trash bin. But I don't know. Until it's up and running, I'm gonna leave all that shit in there. Unless I get a fuel cell. If for some reason I find a fuel cell or I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna have one built. It would be really cool to have one built. A specifically built fuel cell for my truck would be so fucking cool. But I don't think I'm going to have that done. Probably just not going to have that done. I'm going to try to find one. But that's not even the important part right now. I have a good fuel tank on there. I can just wire up that fuel tank to be the main tank, drop the old tank out, the shitty tank, because I'm going to have to run wires over there anyway. So I'll drop that fuel tank, rip out all the bad shit, run my wiring, and then decide to put the new fuel tank in, or move the passenger fuel tank to the driver's side. And I'll probably end up leaving it like that. Probably. But a fuel cell would be fucking cool. Get the dash all taken care of. Get the engine bay. New heater lines. Not heater lines, but new radiator lines. The heater lines are going away. All that shit's going away. I can move my battery. So my battery tray is actually not super great. I can move my battery closer to the firewall. Don't know what that purpose would be. I guess it'd be easier to get to my headlights and stuff and try to redo the wiring for my headlights. I'd like to get new connectors for the headlight, new connectors for the headlights, because they're old and brittle and shot. I don't want to have problems. I'd like things to be new and improved. I still want the headlights to have a little bit of a yellow tint, though. You know, I can't be running around with HIDs on a square body. Unless it's like a resto mod, like the entire truck is done and then it looks like it's supposed to look that way, that's okay. Have that. A guy at work has a resto mod Chevy truck, square body. It's been completely redone. It's like a drag truck. I mean, it's street legal and everything, but it's got a big hopped up motor. Everything's super nice and painted, match painted. It's got nice interior and all that stuff. I'm like, good. I'm glad you have it. I am so glad you have it. If I had that truck, I would sell it. It's a square body. Where would you sell the square body? I'd sell it. I would never trust myself with something that nice because you start scratching it, you know, take it on the road, you bump into people. Like, I like to be able to bump into stuff. My trash cans in my house, I like to bump into my trash cans when they're parked in the way. I'm going to bump into them. And I do that with my car. Um, I kind of like I like things that if I get a scratch or a dent, it's okay. That's okay. Not a big deal. Um, the 92 was kind of perfect for that. The 92, my brother drove it the other day. Because I got onto him. He'd been driving his new sports bike. He got a new little Kawasaki or Yamaha or Suzuki. I don't even know what the fuck it is. Little zip zappy bike, yellow and black, little bumblebee looking thing. And he's been loving riding around on that thing lately, which is fine. But I'm like, dude, where's the truck at? He's like, oh, I don't know. It's just it's easier to drive my car, and it's more fun to ride my bike. So I just don't drive the truck really at all. I was like, oh, okay. You should drive the truck tomorrow. And he drove it. I was like, sweet. I love seeing that truck. I love to see it. Part of me wishes I could buy it back from him, and then I could have two trucks. My wife would never go for that. She'd freak the fuck out. But, or if I traded in my car for it. But I don't know. Getting good gas mileage in my car is kind of nice. It's nice to have a little car running around. But the car is having problems, and it does not have AC. So what is the good purpose of having the car? The truck, which I should probably do for him. I should probably go over there and help him replace all the seals on the HVAC. And because you got the seals, I think that's all you got to change to allow for the new R22 or whatever, R32. I don't know what the fuck it is. The new Freon that goes into the systems. I'd like to replace those seals for him, and then so he can have AC all the time in his truck. Because that would be, it'd really make it worth it a lot more if it has cold AC, and because he's wanting to sell it. He wants to sell it. Wants an Avalanche. That's his dream truck. Is a fucking Chevy Avalanche. At least it's a Chevy. I need to tell him get one with a 6.0. And I don't know. They're all beat up. They're all fucking shitty. They're all rusted. They're an Avalanche is not a truck you should get. Chevy Avalanche. She's like, it's got cool doors and stuff. It's got the plastic around the bottom. I'm like, dude, it looks fucking queer. I don't like it. I don't like that at all. Like, I'll be honest. It doesn't look that bad, but the plastic glued to the door just is asking it to be rusted out. Like, it's not. I don't like that. But if you got some of them new wipes, it's like some wipe that's got some oil in it that you can rub on plastic, and it makes the plastic look brand new again. I don't know. I guess do that. Every Chevy Avalanche should have some of those. You a cop? No. Yeah, he wants to sell. It would be really cool to buy it back from him, and then have 2 trucks. Because I do like the 92. I love that body style. That's the very first truck I ever had was a 96. So it had a totally different interior, but it's like the same truck. And I have a leveling kit for it, so we could put the leveling kit on there. I don't know. Maybe that's what I need to do is help him work on it, and with his money. All the stuff that I wanted to do to it, I can have him do to it with his money, and maybe he'll actually enjoy the truck. It's a V6, so that really fucking sucks. But maybe if I'm like, dude, bro, there's a really good deal on a 350 right here. I'll help you put it in. And then, because after I work on my truck and I figure out like all the wiring and all that stuff, I think swapping a 350 is going to be not a problem for that truck, because it's a manual transmission. There is a little bit of a computer to it, but not really. And I don't know. It just needs a couple of things to be a V8, and then it's a V8 badass truck in really good shape. Like I'm so surprised at how good of shape that truck is in, with how bad of shape it is. Yeah, because the steering, the suspension, all that is in really good shape. It could use a new set of shocks. It could definitely use a paint job. Like, I don't know, if he decides to just take it to Mako and have them throw a black paint job on it, we would have to do all the prep work, which would blow donkey ass. But get a new bed for it, get the cab corners put on properly, new rockers. I got a new fender for him. The hood is in good shape. It's just the wrong color. And then get it all painted all black. And then I was thinking about selling him my wheels, the takeoff wheels that I have. I'll sell him those wheels, and then he can get new tires for them, and then he'll have black Steelies with 33s, put 33s on it, a 350, 33s, a leveling kit, full paint job, new exhaust, and the interior's in good shape. It needs a headliner. Put a headliner in it, I guess. New windshield, because the windshield's got a crack in it. That'll be and the 350 that we'd put in would have new gaskets and stuff put in it. So it'd be like a freshened up 350, 5-speed, extended cab, good interior, good exterior. It'd be an alright little truck. That's what I always wanted to do to that truck. But I don't know, the money, I traded all of that for the square body, and I love the square body. I do have thoughts every now and again of getting my truck to an okay point, since it's super duper rusty. So get it to a certain point where it is drivable, it's titled, it's running, it's driving, it looks good, and then I always had it in the back of my mind, or to just the way it sits, sell it, because there's other square bodies out there they could be in better shape, but I don't know, and they'd have the headlight bezels. Yeah, that's the only difference that I really want, is the headlight bezels. I don't know. And then while I take the dash out, I don't know, the 80s dash, I do like the 80s dash a little bit more than the 70s dash, but I don't think it's worth it to switch it out. But it would be kind of cool to have the 80s dash, because it looks better. The 70s headlight buckets. Ah, man, I don't know. I don't know. I've been going on for a while. I gave you guys a little bit of a longer episode today to make up for yesterday's short episode. There's only like 20 some minutes, so there you go. Sorry I've been going on and on and on. Hopefully this was entertaining enough for you to get you through your day a little bit better.